Beech House in Reading is an elegant hotel run by 66-year-old Michael Bissell, a gentleman of the old school. But in the hotel business, elegance and good manners aren't enough. Michael was using his life savings to support the hotel's losses at a rate of over £100,000 a year.
I suppose I opened the doors thinking people would just see Beech House Hotel and they would come in automatically. But sadly that didn't happen.
He knew he was in serious trouble. Michael called on me for some help.
From what I've seen, I think she's very wise. She knows what she's talking about. I think some people have taken advice and some people have ignored it. And I think those who've taken advice have succeeded. So if she's going to give you some advice, I will certainly listen to what Ruth has got to say, because I've no other way out.
It was refreshing to hear that a hotelier was actually going to listen to my advice.
Hello.
Or at least he said he was.
You've got a very handsome building here.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
I said to a friend that I thought this lady Ruth is like a lion and I would be the raw meat in her den.
We sat down to discuss Michael's problems.
Michael, what's going wrong?
We're not getting enough people through the door, not keeping the occupancy up. We're running it probably, around the 35-40% mark.
An occupancy level of 35% was nowhere near enough. Michael simply wasn't filling enough beds to make a profit. He was in really serious financial trouble and had no idea how to improve things. Before I could begin to help, though, I needed to have a good look round the hotel.
Well, the obvious thing about this room is it's a jolly decent size and the proportions are really nice as well. It's got a huge big bed, it's fresh, it's clean. There is nothing you could argue about apart from the curtained cupboarding is a little bit down market. And I'm not a great fan of wash hand basins in rooms as a norm. There are so many good things about this bathroom, and it's so unusual for me to find a bathroom that I think's good, that I'm going to get rid of the bad things first. Don't like having air freshener around about. I think the smell from those is worse than the smell of farts. The products are pretty basic, but there are plenty of them, it has to be said. But what is marvellous about this bathroom is it's spacious, it's clean, it's tiled everywhere, it's got a really big shower, you can actually move in it, you can also take the shower head off and wash your hair separately. Very good job. If this is symptomatic of all the bathrooms, then I don't think he's got a problem here.
Having inspected the rooms, my first impressions were positive.
Michael showed me to this room and I think he has every right to be proud of his hotel. It's not necessarily in a style that I would like, but it's really nicely maintained and there is a very comfortable, homely feel about it.
The next morning, Michael was up bright and early, reflecting on the previous day.
Meeting Ruth, I suppose I was a little nervous. Get an impression of someone when you read about them or hear about them, sometimes when you see them on television, but when you meet them face to face, they're totally different. She sums you up very quickly in what you're doing wrong.
After a comfortable night's sleep, I came downstairs for breakfast. Noticing the hotel's visitor book in reception, I thought I'd see if previous guests had enjoyed their stay.
Some very nice comments here, lots of excellence and fabulous, and staff had praised a lot, and the comfort factor and the nice ambience, very welcoming and warm. What's slightly disconcerting is that there are only 6 pages covering 2 whole years, and that seems to me indicative of either a hotel that doesn't have many guests, which we know, or the fact that not everyone is quite as enchanted as these people are. And I think one of those reasons may well be what I'm looking at here is the room rates. Headline rate of £85 per night for single room with full breakfast. That is too expensive for this area, I think. We need to look at it.
I was shown through to the dining room by Raj, the very friendly breakfast waiter.
Oh, that looks marvellous.
Michael's cook, Margaret, had done a good job. He was lucky to have her.
I was here from the start and I just want it to work for him. really. And I'm hoping that it will be successful and things can go on.
We work as a team, as a family. There's no difference between, oh, he's a boss or Mr. Michael is a boss and we should pay respect to him. No, he doesn't want like that. He is really down to the earth.
We just have to keep a check on him.
They keep
I'm
me in
sure we
order,
don't
which
mind.
is probably a good thing. They say you need sometimes to kick the boss into touch.
Yeah. Well, he's a nice person, isn't he? So you've got to look after him.
Exactly. He's like a father
He
for us.
I might be old, but I don't think I'm that old, Margaret.
You'd only be 12, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I've never asked your age, actually. So we're a family, really. Yeah, we're just a big family.
Realising how much he meant to his staff was an emotional moment for Michael. With Beech House in dire financial straits, all their jobs were at risk. I had to formulate a plan that would immediately raise the occupancy levels and turn the annual losses into profit.
Right. Okay.
I sat down with Michael to discuss what we could do to save the business.
Michael, I've had a really comfortable stay here.
I felt strongly that Beech House needed an official rating.
I think that you will get a very good rating from them, even without doing anything.
To me, the hotel was perfect for single female guests, as it felt very safe and secure. I suggested to Michael he should target this market.
Would you go around the building to each room with Tanya and just ask her to give you feedback on every room?
He would need new publicity material to do this. But the most important thing was that Michael had to introduce more flexibility into his rigid pricing policy.
We've got to be giving a base rate that you won't go below and a top rate you won't go above.
Having said that he would listen to my advice, and knowing what a dire position he was in, I didn't envisage any resistance. How wrong could I be?
You have your own sale, Michael.
I'm not in the sale
Just
market. I'm
listen-
not selling bloody
you
shirts.
are selling a room.
I'm selling quality.
Michael, are you going to listen to me? I listened to you. I listened to the whole thing you said. Listen to me.
It seemed I'd now discovered the biggest problem at Beech House, Michael's obstinacy. Arguing with me on every point, I wasn't sure that Michael was really taking in anything I was saying. As I left, I realised that my toughest challenge was going to be persuading Michael to give my ideas a try.
There were some bits of advice that Ruth gave me which I felt I had to disagree with, but at the end of the day, I think I shall have to listen to her because she's got the experience and I haven't. She's got some ideas that she might be able to kick me into touch with. But at the end of the day, I need to get the ship sailing, and I think she's going to get it really launched and on the move. Time will tell.
Michael Bissell of Beech House Hotel in Reading called me in for my advice because he realised he was facing financial ruin.
Have we got a sort of month or a year when it's just literally going to run out?
Not a month, but I would think months.
I quickly established that while the hotel was in excellent condition, Michael was failing to market it properly. My plan to help rectify this included changing the over-rigid pricing structure and getting Beech House a star rating. I also wanted to capitalise on how safe and secure the hotel felt by marketing it as being female-friendly. The first step down this road was to get Michael's receptionist Tanya to advise him on the things women look for in a hotel.
This is the room that Ruth stayed in, and she complained that there's no mirror to this hairdryer, and also that it didn't work too well.
Yes,
That's not strong enough?
it's not very powerful. It's the wrong place
That's wrong.
because it's not mirror in here and it's not dressing table.
So the table that's there then,
If we just can swap chest drop as a dressing table and put mirror down, and we can put the hairdryer over there.
and you think that would make this room much more feminine?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. I don't see a problem with that.
These were factors that Michael, as a man, hadn't even considered. Luckily, they were quite simple to put right. It was good to see Michael giving his staff the chance to add their input. The next step in my plan was to get Beech House a star rating.
Tanya, we've got the brochures come through this morning regarding the rating, and Ruth would like us just to sort of go through that and see what rating we think we might go for. There
Properties like Beech House can be judged in one of two categories, either as a hotel or guest accommodation. Although I felt that Michael should opt for the latter, he was very attached to the term hotel and kept trying to find a way of keeping it.
Looking just very briefly at the brochures, I'd quite like to go with hotel metro, and I'll read it for you so you know what it means. A town/city hotel providing full service with the exception of dinner, within easy walking distance of a range of places to eat.
Yes. We have an easy distance to the restaurants.
It's about a 15-20 minute walk into Reading, depending on the speed you walk.
Yes.
But 20 minutes would be, I think, quite reasonable, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't. That's much too far to walk for a meal. Michael was really grasping at straws in his bid to keep hotel status. Still, he contacted the National Tourism Agency Visit Britain and waited anxiously for their inspector's surprise visit.
Is it Mr. Bissell?
What can I say? Yes.
Yes, I'm from Quality and Tourism.
When it came to the day of reckoning, Michael was still hopeful Beech House would be able to keep its hotel status as a metro hotel.
If it did sit within the Metro standard, you'd probably achieve only a 2-star rating. The criteria for the Metro is quite specific. We're talking town centre with a number of restaurants within walking distance, which obviously this doesn't really sit within that group.
Under the current rules, there was no way that Michael could keep the description hotel.
In terms of the guest accommodation rating, the overall standard is coming out at a very high 4-star.
Are you not pleased with the idea of 4 stars? Music to your ears or
No.
just a little lullaby?
No, it's not music to my ears at all. But I understand where you're coming from.
Michael clearly wasn't happy that he'd have to drop the word hotel, but realised if he wanted a rating, he'd have to. A few weeks later, we set about the plan to market the female-friendly Beech House. Photographer Charlotte and graphic designer Jed met Michael to discuss plans for a new brochure.
OK, Michael, well, here's the first drafts based on the brief that Ruth sent through. I mean, first impressions from Charlotte and myself is we need to lift it a bit.
We'll have a corporate theme in there. I think if we have someone working on a laptop and showing people around, etc.
Yeah. With the new logo, are you hoping to get your signage changed?
I've spoken with Peter, who designed the artwork for us. So the theme is carried through to the signboards outside
And everything else.
and then to the brochure.
In addition to the new publicity material, I had suggested to Michael that he should throw a party to help publicise and relaunch Beech House. He should invite people from businesses all over Reading, along with the local press. Jed and Charlotte were charged with designing invitations that would entice people to attend.
I mean, the invitation is brilliant. I have marked on the draft 1 or 2 places that I would like to change the photograph.
Charlotte set about photographing Beech House using models to subtly
we've
emphasise
got,
the
3 making
female-friendly
facilities
ambience.
there. Your shower room is just round there on the left, and hanging space and full-length mirror for
Great.
yourself.
Oh, it's lovely.
The invitations were then finalised and sent out. A couple of weeks later, I returned. I felt that there was still a major problem needing to be addressed before Beech House could succeed. The room tariffs needed to vary on a night-by-night basis according to demand, but Michael was determined to hang on to his rigid pricing structure.
Looking at the website this morning, Michael doesn't appear to have made any changes to his pricing structure, which was fundamental to getting business in on the Sunday and Thursdays and weekends particularly. The question begs itself, has he done anything at all? Has he listened to anything I've had to say? Hopefully before the party starts, I'll be able to find out.
It quickly became clear that not only had Michael not made the changes, but he had no intention of doing so.
Come on, that's not realistic.
No, listen.
Be realistic. I cannot change my prices on a weekly basis. That's absolute
Michael,
nonsense.
can I just tell you here
That
and
is
now?
nonsense.
Can I just tell you one thing here and now? You're going to go bust.
With Michael ignoring my advice, I wondered whether my husband and business partner David would be able to reason with him.
Web driven now.
One way this flexible pricing system works is through online centralised booking systems that allow hotels to vary their price daily.
This programme covers all of the hotels in the Reading area. You're not on it, but you can see the hotels from the Reading centre right out to sort of 2 or 3 miles away. These are the rates for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and you can see that every single day, almost every hotel's rates move up and down all over the place. They're moving those rates on a daily basis depending on how full they are, what the demand is, and this is how they do it. The other good thing about this, Michael, is that the rates don't just go down, they go up.
I think he really enjoys women, but I don't think he wants them to have any discussion with him that could be of a controversial nature or anything that might suggest they know better. And it's very interesting to me how often he will listen quite happily to my husband saying exactly the same thing as I said half an hour earlier. But he appears to find it more pleasing to his ears when it comes from David rather than from me.
A little more convinced that he should go down the flexible pricing route, Michael set about final preparations for the party. The invitations had worked well. They had drawn in many business people and some local press. Beech House was filling up. As part of the drive towards attracting more women guests, I'd invited representatives from 2 female-friendly travel organisations, SafeTravelForWomen.com and the Thelma and Louise Club.
Very good. I just felt with the parking outside and not having to trail through underground car parks, with the fact that it's got a very familial feeling inside, and you do feel it's very cosy and it is very unthreatening, and you don't feel people are going to be prowling corridors and things like that. That if I was coming to Reading as a single business woman traveller, rather than staying in a concrete box, I would far rather stay here.
I tried hard to show that Beech House was ideal for female travellers. It was important that these organisations endorsed the hotel.
This is a great place for women. It's safe, it's comfortable, they have a wonderful host. I think proprietor should do extremely well. If anyone wants to stay in Reading, I would say stay here.
We were well on our way to achieving our goal of making Beech House attractive to women. The party had also succeeded in letting businesses in Reading know that Beech House was there.
Has the dining room gone?
As I left for the last time, I felt there was still a key point that Michael was not budging on: flexible pricing. I hoped he would eventually change, because this really could mean the difference between profit and loss. I decided it was time to check up on Michael. After a quick internet search, I was pleased to see that he had finally taken my advice and was now on various online reservation sites with a new pricing structure. However, his own website still displayed the rate of £85 to £120 per night. He was still clinging on to the term hotel, but Visit Britain gives hoteliers a generous 2 years to change their publicity material. I thought I'd give Michael a quick phone call to see if my help had saved the hotel from ruin.
Good afternoon, Beech House Hotel.
Oh, hello, Michael. It's Ruth Watson. How are you?
I'm very well, Ruth. How are you?
Yes, not so bad at all.
Good.
How are things going?
Very good.
Yes?
Yeah, we're very busy.
Well, that's very pleasing to hear, because I was slightly dismayed because I looked at your website and it looks exactly the same as when I was with you. What happened to the changes that were going to be made?
Well, since April, Mondays to Thursdays, other than a couple of Mondays, we've been full every night.
So the Mondays are going well and the Thursdays have picked up as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you attribute that to? Because they were your really, bad spots, weren't they?
Well, I think actually it's the agents.
So these are the online booking agencies who are taking a commission from you?
That's right.
So you are basically being a bit more flexible about the pricing, which was always what we wanted you to do. Yeah, good. As long as we, keep staying flexible and as long as those booking agencies are working for you, that's marvellous. Have we had any months where you've actually made a profit or where you've broken even? Have things improved to that extent?
Well, interestingly enough, the first part of July we were actually on target. We're still on target even this week. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
To actually get there, which we've never been before.
Never?
So, never.
Oh, that's marvellous. That must make you feel a lot better and sleep easier.
I should have known you 5 years ago when I started. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you later on,
yes,
but
indeed.
I hope things continue to do very well.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Okay, Michael.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye now, bye-bye.
Bye.
she happy?